guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. I am so happy you found us. Today we are talking about how to take ordinary things around our home and use them in totally different ways. But before we get started, I just want to take a quick minute and give you a sneak peek of what's coming up. We have taking a thrifted jacket and turning it into a really cool designer jacket for under $25. That's coming up. We also have home decor makeover holiday edition. That's coming up, so stay tuned. On my other channel, I just want to mention on my art website that my art kits are live. I'm working on the mixed media kit still, and hopefully by Monday of next week it will be live. But the painting kit as well as the ornament kit, they're both live. Go over there and check those out. Links down below. My Becoming Female site is loaded with just information. If it doesn't apply to you yet, keep checking back. I've got all sorts of topics being covered. Today we're talking about using everyday items for different purposes. Let's break out of our box. Let's use these items for different things and expand their life and make our homes more interesting. We're going to start with a vase. We all have them. In fact, we all probably have a ton, whether they're shaped like this one or they're just tall, thin, cylindrical vases. Or maybe you have a big, beautiful flare-out one. The size that I'm going to work with is this size, and it is, I want to say, a 12-inch vase. Actually, it's about an 8-inch vase, which is a good size. This one would be great not only for holding flowers, but for keeping my utensils by my stove. Great use for these. Another great use for them is if you collect seashells, fill it up, maybe put a bow, not a bow, but a ribbon around the top because it's got this neck, and put it in your bathroom is a great accessory. If you collect wine corks, put your corks in it and put it in your living room or in your kitchen. Also great accessories. So they can become art. You can paint them. You can get glass etching kits at your local craft stores. You can also paint them, glass paint, so you can make them art pieces unto themselves. Or like I said, add a collection to them. You can also use them in decorations, like I use one in my holiday for a centerpiece on my dining room table. I have a wreath. In the center of the wreath, I take a tall cylindrical vase, probably 12 inches. I fill it full of ornaments and potpourri and turn it upside down so it's like this in the center of the wreath. And you've got all those beautiful colors from the bulbs and the smell from the potpourri. It's just really pretty. And if you come back for my home decor holiday edition, changing home decor holiday edition, you'll see it. So there's a lot of great uses for vases. We don't have to just shove them in the corner and take up space in cabinets, okay? Also, if you donate them, I don't know how many of you go to thrift stores. I live at thrift stores. There's a ton there. We need to really help people see other uses for these. All right. Now, another thing that you probably might have a lot of was last year, everybody took up canning. Canning. Well, this year, not so much, okay? Because we've been out, we've been busy. And you're stuck with a ton of ball glass jars. So what can you do with these besides use them for canning? One, you can make your breakfast in them. You can make smoothies. Great for that. Overnight oats, because the lid, perfect. You can also use them as gifts. Layer your ingredients for dry. I have a great recipe for a soup or a cookie dough, depending on the size of your glass jar. And I will I will write one of the recipes down below. I'll decide whether it's the soup or the cookie. Probably because it's the holidays, I'll put my cookie gift jar recipe down there. It's great and it's beautiful in the jar. Okay, or you could do something really nutty like I did and make a light. And I'll put the video above. It was part of my boho decor. All I did was take a ball jar. I wrapped a bunch of twine around it. I got this really cool neon light base from Amazon. It's only $7.99. And here, let me. So just thinking outside the box, I got a really cool lamp out of a simple ball jar. So if we take simple everyday items and try to think of different ways to use them, we can come up with some pretty amazing things. Another great use for the ball jars, of course, is you could make them a vase. You could also make them arts of work by painting them, etching them as well. Another everyday item that we all have a ton of are dish towels. Now this one's kind of old, but I liked it because of the flamingo, so I thought I would pull it in here so we could talk about the many uses besides as a dish towel. There's a ton. Okay, you could get a bunch of ones that coordinate because you know you can buy them in packs of 3, sometimes solid, sometimes patterns, and they coordinate. So you could get a pack or 2 of those and connect them all and make a table runner. Now, don't worry if you don't sew. There's all sorts of sewing tape now and glue that you don't really have to sew. You could do the glue, a couple of simple stitches, or nothing at all, and do all of them together end to end, and you would have a really cool table runner. You could also use them as a placemat depending on their size. Or you could use dish rags, brand new of course, sew them all together and make a placemat as well, or glue them. You could also take a bunch of dish towels and quilt them together like a quilt. That's a great use for these. And another great use for dish towels, of course, is for pillow covers. You can make your own pillow covers for your couch. If you got some holiday ones and stick them together, the size, cut and stick them together with this no-sew tape or glue, and stuff your pillow in them. Cute way to get cute holiday decorations for less cost. The last thing we're going to talk about using in different ways is potpourri. And depending on what kind you have, there's going to be different things. Some come with cinnamon sticks, some come with pine cones. I had one that came with this really cool acorn cap. And there were several different ones in there. And then they'll come with flower petals and whatever, okay? So depending on what yours has, you could take a needle, a small needle, not a large needle, and thread through and hook all of your petals together and use it as a decor item, as trim on the edge of a curtain, on a pillow, as some decor on a pillow. You could also take something like this that's more sturdy, like these caps, or a pine cone, attach them with some twine to some ribbon, or just attach them with some twine and make curtain pullbacks. You could also attach these to some ribbon with some glue and make you some napkin rings. So there's a lot of uses for things that we kind of get stuck in the rut of using them what they're intended for, but think outside the box. Let's explore uses for everyday items. Thanks for being here today, guys. Stay tuned for some great videos coming up. So I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.